Amanda Seyfried is happy to embrace roles that call for nudity, but she admits, where I grew up, there was a small-town mindset that made me feel that sex was somehow wrong. When my sister lost her virginity, I thought that was dirty and disgusting, and I was scared of sex. Intimacy is a wonderful thing. It's frustrating that growing up, I thought it was wrong. So when we were growing up, how did our own impressions of sex and intimacy, how did they affect us later in life?
Oh, well... I wasn't really into it then, and I'm not really into it now, really. Some people, you see, I think some people are really good at it. And then, some people just aren't. You know, I just...
Some people get better, Jane McDonald.
I must admit, you know...
Are you having practice, Jane?
I'm a lot better than I used to be, let me just put it that way. But I think it's the chemistry I've got with the partner. I've got, you know, the current one. And I like to keep him on his toes. Anyway, well, that's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But when I was growing up, there was a fear with it. It was, like, instilled in you that it was as a fearful thing to do, and don't do that, because it's not nice and it's not... I'm going to say it's not big and it's not clever. That's a completely wrong thing to say, really, is it? Don't. Anyway, no, I just think my upbringing was fear.
You're doing really well.
Thank you.
And also, the reason that you're more comfortable with it now is probably because you love Ed. I think, you know what I mean? I think when you love somebody... Stop it.
You mean, yes.
You love him. And
I
you know, I think that's a lot to do with it. I mean, I was sort of brought up, not dragged up, and to believe that you have to sort of, if you kind of give that away, then they'll be off like a shot. You have to kind of, you know, the boys were only after one thing. And I think, whether that was a wrong or right message, I don't know, but my mum also instilled in me, like, a belief that I was sort of on a pedestal and like I was, you know, kind of somebody special. So I had fairly good self-esteem. And I actually believed that I was supposed to meet Prince Andrew and marry him. Deluded, you may say, but anyway, so I think that kind of protected me, though. I think...
Did your mother ever say, keep your bottom drawer shut?
She used to say, no. She used to say, keep your hand on your eight knee. Quite sure what that meant, but I think it protects you if you're that kind of cautious and that choosy about who you sort of share that with. Then I think you're protected because you've already thought about all the pitfalls and what could go wrong before you.
Also, you wanted them to fall in love with you rather than just
all of them,
you know...
every single one of them.
Okay.
I mean,
a lot.
Not that many, but the ones that did, I think they loved me.
I
think they did.
In their way.
In their way.
See, I also got told when I was younger, there's certain girls that you marry and there's certain girls that you don't.
Yeah.
So, you know...
I was told that as well. I mean, my parents, you know, we weren't religious or anything, but they were very strict. So I had I don't know, quite a rigid view on it all, in as much as it wasn't something that was horrible or disgusting or anything like that. In fact, it was the opposite. It was something precious and wonderful, and you saved it until you were with the right person. So I really seriously, through my teens, I was going to wait till I got married. So I mean, I pretty much did. Obviously, I ended up, you know, marrying my first boyfriend, not right away, just so that I could. After a week, I know. But even then, I made him wait a really, really long time till I was absolutely sure that I was going to... Well, I hoped it was going to be forever with him.
And that was good for you. That was...
Yeah, and I've never felt... You know, what?
What if it was terrible?
Yeah, but I didn't, you know, I didn't get married. I did, you know, before.
Well, I have to say that the thing is with me is that, you see, I grew up with the wooden tops. And, no, I did. And you remember the dog? And Sooty and Sweep and Watch with Mother. Yeah. And the thing is, I could never understand what, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Wooden Top did together. Or, you know, that one in the box, what was she called? Luby Lou? What were they doing?
Were they all in it with Sooty and Sweep as well?
No, but you know what I mean? And so I had a kind of strange version of sex.
Did no one ever sit you down and explain?
No, because I think you learn by yourself, don't you? But it makes me laugh, really. And the thing is, it always has made me laugh. To be honest, Jane.
Sherry, that means you're not doing it right.
You know, you're ever in...
It's not supposed to make you
Well,
laugh.
whenever you're in bed with somebody, I'm not saying you go, oh, look at that. It's just a funny thing to do. How stupid must we look? I don't, because I haven't done it for years, but you know what I mean.
So you didn't know anything about what to do or anything? You just did naive?
You know, people present things to you, don't they?
Do you find it fun? Do you find it fun? Did you like it?
I found it
Did you
fun.
like it?
And now you know what it is.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I like to practice, but I haven't practiced for a while. I think I've forgotten what you do now.
Oh.
I've forgotten what the question was.
Right, money might not grow on trees, but...